Hey friends, this is Jennifer Terri and welcome to another Philippine travel update. This video is different because I'm sharing my screen with my computer. Sorry guys, it's a different setup. Yeah, I'm just tired from attending the seminar. I'm trying to get a license in the Philippines. Here guys, to get a license, you need to attend 2 days seminar 8 to 5. So that's the reason. So I'm sorry that this is a different setup, but I hope you're gonna stay with me. We'll talk about what's going on in the Philippines. So the IATF has released the community quarantine classification in the country for September 8th until the end of month. Wow, no more 1 week announcement. This one will be for the rest of the month. So certain areas or regions will be under the strict quarantine measure, which is MECQ. That's Apayao, Bataan, Bulacan, Cavite, Iloilo Province, Iloilo City, Cagayan de Oro, and such. While surprisingly, Manila will be under GCQ. This is less restrictive, guys. Less restrictive. Like, for example, in my own experience, we are under GCQ with heightened restrictions, a little bit stricter than GCQ. GCQ is good, guys. I think you can live with it. With GCQ, you can travel to other areas. With GCQ, you can do tourism activities. You can go to the beach, stay in a hotel. And with GCQ, yeah, you can go outside. Senior citizens, people 60 years old and above can go outside if they're fully vaccinated. Yeah. So GCQ po is very manageable. It's not strict. Okay, so this I'm really surprised that Manila is on GCQ even though the cases are rising. I think this because guys, almost 50% of the residents in NCR are already fully vaccinated. See, they have the confidence to have a less restrictions because NCR has achieved now almost 50% fully vaccinated. And we know that's gonna happen if that numbers will be reached by other areas, they will also be under less restrictive. So I'm quite surprised too, but in my guess, it's not just because NCR has high vaccination rates. I think this is also somehow financial. Businesses have been, well, they've been struggling. They're not allowed to operate. So what? They have zero income. The government cannot support them. So I think it's this decision is mostly financial. We have no more money to support the people. Anyways, I just want to answer these questions regarding our update, the latest news the other day about yellow, red, and green restrictions. This question was asked by Robert, and a lot of you asked the same question. Where to find a link to the green, yellow, red list? Why is it so hard to find this online? Because there is no such thing. There's no list for the yellow and red countries. For now, the IATF has not given us any list. However, there's a list for green countries. So here's the list of green list countries. Majority of you are not coming from these countries. Not many Filipinos ay galing sa bansang ito. The countries that may be familiar to you, maybe Australia, Hong Kong, Hungary, Grenada, New Zealand, Poland, Taiwan. Okay, these countries are green list. So if you're coming from this country, you can avail a shorter quarantine of 7 days if you're fully vaccinated. Now, this is the list, guys. Oh, sorry, natabunan. Ibaba ko, wait. Okay, this is the list for the red, yellow, green countries. Red, no country in the world is considered a red country by the Philippines since the travel restrictions have been lifted for the 10 countries. So, there is no red country. So, balikbayans from all over the world can use balikbayan program. Okay? It's still in effect. So, we have 33 green countries And the rest of the world, all countries in the world except for the 33 green countries are considered yellow. Okay? Yellow means, okay, 14 days quarantine for red. For now, there is no red country. Okay? For yellow, that's 10 days quarantine, which is the usual, the normal. And then for green list countries, it's 7 days quarantine. That's the difference. And the main difference for the travel restrictions is that if the country is red, then all foreigners, even balikbayans, former Filipinos, are not allowed. But for now, again, there is no red country. I get a lot of messages, Jennifer, how about USA? Is USA a red country? No, USA is not a red country. There is no red country as of now. Okay? So don't worry, balikbayan program is still in effect. All foreigners with visas still can enter, regardless of what country they're coming from. Okay? Now, the Philippines has launched a soft launching of the VaxCertPH starting today, September 6th. Okay? So, but the initial phase of implementation of this VaxCertPH will be prioritized for those who have international travel. Yung mga alis po ng bansa, mga OFWs pa lang po maka-avail, and it's limited to NCR and Baguio City. But soon, the VaxCertPH will be open to the general public for other purposes at a later time. Okay? So, ngayon po, it's only available for NCR and Baguio City. This VaxCertPH, I'll explain it in Filipinos. It's about Filipinos. If nabakunahan po kayo sa Pilipinas, alis na kayo ng bansa, at taga NCR or Baguio kayo, pwede na nyo makuha ang record ng inyong vaccination sa VaxCertPH. Okay? Pero sa ngayon guys, since hindi pa siya fully implemented sa buong bansa, mas maganda pa rin meron kayong BOQ yellow card. Okay, so ito po yung website for VaxCertPH. If you're vaccinated in the Philippines, this is the website to access your vaccination records. Okay. For now, it's not fully implemented yet. It's only for NCR and Baguio City. That's VaxCertPH. Oh, wala na. Hindi na siya available, guys. Kanina, when I opened it, it was still available. For now, it's not working yet. So, it's not yet working. Maybe because I'm in Mindanao. I don't know. But earlier, I accessed it. It was still working. Let's see. No, it's not there anymore. See, kanina nag-work pa siya, guys. You can try later. The website is vaxcert.doh.gov.ph. Going back to our topic. Some government officials, senators, and the vice president do not agree with the lifting of the restrictions on the 10 countries. According to the vice president, I don't know why the restriction would be removed now that the cases are high. According to the Senate President Vicente Soto III, and he said, it should be reconsidered, and what is the reason? Is there an agenda? Huh, wow, and it's the same person who said that fully vaccinated individuals should be exempted from quarantine. Hindi ka po consistent, Senator Vicente Soto, sayang. But anyways, guys, this travel restriction po, again, is lifted for the 10 countries, especially for Dubai, UAE, Oman, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, India. Okay, if you're coming from those countries, if you're holding a valid visa, you can enter the Philippines through commercial flights. Okay? But I know, for example, in UAE, yung Cebu Pacific, Emirates, Philippine Airlines, for example, Emirates canceled na yung buong month na commercial flights nila. Cebu Pacific only meron lang yung scheduled na bayanihan flights, kaya kayon pa, hindi pa nyo mararamdaman yung effect ng paglift ng restrictions. Hintay-hintay po muna, baka po October pa po talaga mag-open yung mga commercial flight na hindi na masyadong mahal. So, nakakalungkot kasi yung repatriation daw ititigil na. 'Di ba? Again guys, guess ko lang to ha, opinion ko lang, feeling ko yung paglift ng restriction, it's more on financial na naman. Wala nang pera pang repat guro. Siguro. Yun lang yung guess ko ha. Kasi the Department of Health assures safeguards they defended the decision of the IATF why they lifted the restrictions. According to the Department of Health Undersecretary, we should not worry because we have safeguards. While there will be no restrictions, we have strict border control for all incoming travelers, no exemptions. You heard that right? No exemptions. I would like to take this chance to explain to those who are coming home to the Philippines because you have lost a loved one. You have a loved one who is dying, who is in the hospital, and you say, can I request for a shorter quarantine or a quarantine exemption because of family emergency? I'm here to tell you that they will not grant you exemption. Exemptions are only given to those with medical conditions, personal, but to them, they would still have to go to the hospital. They are very, very strict on this, guys. Even if you have family emergency, you still have to quarantine. I'm so sorry, but that's their rule. Moving forward, a senator has defended PAL and said that government should help PAL weather their financial woes. Okay, so we know that Philippine Airlines has filed a bankruptcy in the USA. It's no surprise talaga. International travel has been severely affected and domestic travel. According to Senator Binay, the Department of Transportation can take off landing and parking fees for the local airlines free of charge, while the government has yet to make any clear or concrete programs to help the entire aviation industry. What do you guys think about this? I think this is a good idea. I know other countries, they're helping their airlines, guys. Their national airlines, flag carriers, but our Philippines, we don't have money. We don't have money. I think this is a good idea, at least to save our aviation companies in the Philippines. They are really struggling. And whose fault is it that domestic travel is not recovered in the Philippines? It's the government anyway. I think this is a good idea. Now, moving forward, the Department of Labor, DOLE po, Secretary Bello shared that OWA is needing another 7.5 billion to fund the repatriation of OFWs for their hotels, meals, transportation. Kasi nga OFWs po are free. Free for everything. That cost a lot of money to the government. I read somewhere that per OFW, they spend at least 15,000. Imagine currently there are 10,000 OFWs in quarantine facilities. Let's say they spend 20,000 on each person. That's, oh my gosh, 10,000 times, 15,000 times 10,000, guys. If I'm correct, 1.5 million? 15 million. I'm bad in maths. But you do the calculation, guys. Grabe talaga. While the Philippines is struggling to control the coronavirus in Cebu, they have allowed indoor dining and salon services for fully vaccinated or partially vaccinated individuals. See, Cebu is already giving privileges to fully vaccinated. I think they will be advanced, guys, ahead in the game. Perhaps Cebu will be the first province to reopen. Let's see. But for now, this is the update. Total vaccination rates in the Philippines, 20 million Filipinos or 20.8 have received their first dose, while 15 million are fully vaccinated. Out of the 77 million adult Filipino targets for the vaccination, we have achieved 19.49%. And then for first dose, 26.97%. So this is good, but it's still far away from our target goal. As we receive more vaccine doses, we will hit those numbers. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. This is the update for today. Don't worry, USA is not a red country. Balikbayans can still avail Balikbayan program. If you're a foreigner with visa, you can still enter the Philippines. Okay, guys, so thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like this video, and for those traveling soon to the Philippines, complete your requirements and it should be all right. Be confident and pray. I'll see you again with another travel update. Bye!